So let's start from the beginning, right? All the sound that you're hearing on any streaming media or any digital device was something that was recorded at some point. So that is where it starts. Maybe an artist decides to record an album, or a band decides to get together and record an album. That's where it starts, right? So we know that the when for any let's say take a typical song, you usually have vocals, then you have instruments, percussion, and all that kind of stuff, right? So it all starts with a microphone, something similar to what we have right now. Now there are different type of microphones. I'm not going into all that. I think we would have discussed that sometime. So everything starts at the microphone. Microphone kind of has something called a diaphragm, which vibrates when sound energy hits on it. This vibration is then converted into electrical energy. So basically, a microphone is a transducer. A transducer is anything that changes energy from one form into another form, right? So that is what this microphone is doing. It's converting it into energy, electrical energy. And if it is a live session, what really happens is that electrical energy goes back into a speaker. The speaker similarly has a diaphragm, which we'll explain. Which converts that electrical pulse, which vibrates and converts those electrical energy back into sound. So very straightforward, right? But what happens when we are listening to streaming audio or a vinyl or whatever it is, right? So it doesn't directly go from a mic to a speaker. So in case of vinyl records, which is the traditional way of listening, and most audiophiles prefer listening to vinyls because it's physical, it's not streaming, it's not losing any quality is what they claim. We are not at that stage yet mostly because of our financial status, I think.
Hopefully we'll never reach there too, because we'll spend a bomb on it, and I think.
But you know what? If you have means, I don't mind having a proper vinyl room and listening stuff and all. Yeah. So recording process happens similarly. You record through microphone, or maybe as an output from an instrument or anything. Those things are recorded into something called a master disc, which has a ruby head, which carves into that disc a bunch of grooves. Grooves is it's like a valley, right? So the groove has two sides, right and left. So that becomes right and left channels of that particular record. And that master disc is used for replicating and creating using plastic. So records are basically plastic, right? That is used as a mold for creating those plastic records. So that information gets stored in that plastic disc. That's why if you look closely at a record disc, vinyl record, you can see those grooves. And a vinyl player has something called a needle, which you would have seen in the videos, right? They keep a needle, it starts rotating, and then music starts playing. So this needle passes through the groove, and the small variations in the groove cause the needles to move left and right, which in turn creates electrical energy within the player, and that gets converted to the
sound.
Electrical signals, which ultimately get converted into sound through speakers, right? That is how traditional vinyl works. Then we moved on to what was next, cassette players.
Tapes.
Yeah, cassette players. So that is where our era started, right? Before we started using CD, although CD came much before we were born. So cassette players are a little different. Again, physical form. So you would have seen the cassette tape. It has a magnetic tape, and it contains some iron ferrite compound which gets magnetized. So while recording, there's a recording head which magnetized and orients those particles in a particular way, which stores the sound information. And you would have seen a small cassette player, audio player, right?
Of course, a lot. We used to have many.
Exactly. Yeah. So the way we used to do is we used to put the cassette inside and press play. You will see a record, a play head coming and touching the magnetic tape. That's when the sound starts coming. So the record basically reads this information from the magnetic information, and again a small electrical pulse is created, which is then amplified, and then it comes as stereo. So what happens when you completely finish listening to one side? You turn the cassette around and start playing the B side, right? That means one single tape has two portions. One is A and one is B. And each portion has a left and right, stereo left and right channel as well. So one single tape has four channels, right? That's how that thing actually works. And then CD is somewhat similar to how a vinyl works. There are grooves and stuff, but the only thing is you don't use a needle to read through. You use laser. Instead.
It's
And-
digital.
Yeah, it's digital. And one of the advantage of having a CD is that there is no physical contact.
Hmm.
And they say that a record player, a vinyl record sounds the best when it's played for the first time. Because every subsequent player, it will be worn out,
gets
right? Yeah, it
deteriorated.
gets there's physical contact. That means it will get damaged over a period of time, which was not the case with CD. CD is optical. Laser contact doesn't really create any friction or damage or stuff like that, right? And also, you could save a larger amount of data into a CD. If you remember right, I think a CD used to contain around 700 MB of data,
Yeah.
right? So that was the CD era. I think we have used a lot of CDs and CD players and stuff like that. So internally, what happens is now, before we go any further, let me explain what happens before the audio hits the speakers, right? So we have digital data stored in the CD. Now, once you pull the digital data, it needs to be converted to electrical energy so that you can push it to the speaker, and then the diaphragm can vibrate and generate sound signal, right? So that process is done by something called a digital to analog converter.
DAC.
Yeah. So in the recording process, there is something called analog to digital converter, which changes the electrical pulses into digital. Now, digital to analog converter takes the digital data from whatever source you have. It can be an online streaming platform as well. Converts that into electrical signals, which can be supplied into your speakers.
Yeah,